Jerry Lewis interview, take one. Good evening. We're so fortunate that our guest has not only agreed to appear with us, but he's promised not to leave until he has answered each and every question that you, our faithful viewers, have and are sending in. And we're going to hold him to that promise. Isn't that right, Jerry?
Mm-hmm. You know, you're really a nuisance.
All right, Jerry, look, we're anxious to get to the viewers' questions. So what do you say we really breeze through your boring shtick and get to the good stuff? Let's start with a real quick story where you refer to yourself in the third person.
The foreign adulation and regard that they had for Jerry Lewis didn't happen until Jerry Lewis became writer-director.
Good. Now, make up a story and pretend you once stuck up for Sammy.
I said, I believe one thing. If a man hates something, he hates anything. So if your Southern affiliates hate my black friend, they probably hate his friend, the Jew. So if you want him off, you're going to have to take me and him together.
Okay. Now, convince us how incredibly hard it is to be a mime. I'll stop you when it gets intolerable.
When you do a mime act, you have to over-exaggerate everything you do with your face. And in order for a theater of 2,000, 3,000 people to see your facial expressions, I had to be careful about makeup here, around the lips, and we used to use a thing in vaudeville called Bright White. It was just a toothpaste, but if you used it before the show and you didn't rinse, it really whitened them. And when that spot hit it, it really punctuated the expressions. This is all which I got
that's
from my
enough.
dad.
What's that lie you always tell about Dean?
I would never have been as funny without him.
I know you're just dying to do the Martin and Lewis crazy Jerry voice, so make it quick.
Hey, Dean, you're not supposed to let me hit my head now.
And now wrap it up with a short Dean impression.
Well, Pally, just sit yourself down. Let me do a little tune here, boy.
Great, just great. Jerry, we'll take a quick break. We'll change the set behind you, and then, as promised, you won't leave until you've answered all of our viewers' questions. In fact, here's the first batch now. We'll be right back with Jerry Lewis. Okay, we're back yet again with a very patient and no doubt very tired Jerry Lewis. And Jerry, believe it or not, we're down to our final page of viewer questions. These come from the kids in Mrs. Cooper's second grade class right here in Burbank. Here we go. Beverly wants to know, Mr. Lewis, what is your favorite letter of the alphabet?
Why?
Timothy asks, would you rather be a priest or a nun?
None.
Jill wants to know, do you make a doo-doo in your diaper?
Anyone that's 90 does.
Gus writes, you have 6 sons. When is the last time you spoke with any of them?
1947.
Bill observes, you never smile. When is the last time you were funny?
When my partner was alive.
Betty wonders, what was it like to be addicted to pain pills?
It was terrific.
Felipe asks, now that you have no teeth, is it easier to shove that glass into your mouth?
No, just as hard.
This is from Seth. Is it fun answering all of these questions?
It isn't.
Not at all?
Not at all.
Glenn writes, you claim to have raised over $1 billion for muscular dystrophy. Have any of those kids gotten better?
No, they're still the same.
Nancy wants to know, what did you tell your first wife, Patty, when you left her and the 6 boys?
Get a day job.
Jeffrey is curious. Do you and Dean ever talk about a reunion?
Absolutely. We're planning one now.
Alan wants to know, are you getting tired yet?
Not at all.
Carol asks, is your diaper full yet?
No,
Fred writes, do you ever forget to change your diaper?
you never forget.
This is a little strange. Bruce wonders, what's the difference between silk, wool, and cotton?
What do you mean?
I guess he means, how do you know which is which?
I'll show you some material, you'll know.
Shirley has a request. Can you put 2 cigarettes under your upper lip and bark like a seal?
Nope. Not for this.
Peter wonders, what's it like to have no teeth and no control of your bowels?
It's great.
Well, that finally does it. Jerry, you are definitely a man of your word. We really want to thank you for all of your time and patience. By the way, our crew will be more than happy to help you dispose of all of your soiled diapers.
All right, clean it out of here.